I've been doing that thing where I've been kind of letting myself go a little bit because I can, you know?
Yeah, you just started that. You're shot to death by every gun except a shotgun. You're put down by it. This is common knowledge. I'll tell her she can keep the goddamn dick. Just stop twisting it.
We're definitely talking about necromancy here, right?
Oh, yes, I will be having sex with the bodies.
Oh, this is like, I feel like this is like a weird Dapper Dad's conference call, almost.
I know, and you're going to hear that you're being fired.
Not even that I'm getting fired, but like I shouldn't be in on this call and I'm going to hear somebody talking shit about me on the other end.
Yeah, it's just me talking to myself like, you know who I think the problem is? Slam.
But you're doing like another weird voice with yourself. Like, you know
like
who I think the problem is? Who's the problem?
Yeah, of course, she's the lady.
It has to be a beautiful sounding lady.
Yeah, only the prettiest for my conference call by myself.
I'm picturing the secretary from Powerpuff Girls, but if she was real, so kind of like Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, let's just say Jessica Rabbit then, because I don't remember.
Jessica Rabbit with like a cute little anime voice.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah, oh my God. I don't know what I would do. I'd just like pick up the phone and I'm like, hello. It's just you talking in like an ooh voice to yourself with your normal voice.
Oh, I already want to die just thinking about it.
Tell me about it. I have to be part of this company. I'm the one who shouldn't even be on the call.
Yeah, you just keep waiting to unmute your mic and there's just never a good opportunity.
I know. I just keep thinking about it, and I'm like, maybe now, but then like you say something even worse and juicier, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, facts about your life that you didn't even know.
Things I wasn't even aware of until you put it into words, and then it's like,
All right, I sound great. You sound like shit, so everything's perfect.
So it's it isn't even really that different from normal.
No, it's actually somehow more normal than it's ever been.
It's somehow the most normal the show could be.
Yeah. And that's it. We figured it out. We don't need to continue.
We can just stop.
Yeah, I mean,
you can work with all this. This works for you.
Yeah. Is there a better time to stop than right now?
Just cut and splice the rest of my pieces in.
Yeah. And I cannot have cords fucking everywhere. You can't even imagine how many cords I'm dealing with in such a tight space right now.
I'm going to guess just as many cords as we deal with every week, but in a smaller space.
There's less cords, but somehow there's more, if you know what I mean.
It's like when you purposefully try to make less spaghetti because you don't want a bunch of extra spaghetti and you somehow make more spaghetti.
Yeah. That's any noodles that I encounter. I have made too many.
Any lasagna noodles?
Yeah, you should see me bake.
Somehow they're multiplying in the pot.
Yeah, I just have a fucking trough of lasagna noodles.
This quarantine's doing something to you, man. I'm worried about you.
I'm trying to learn how to cook. So I started with lasagna noodles. Something easy.
I think troughs of lasagna noodles is not the place to start.
Well, yeah, it was difficult to get the trough in a pandemic, but I did save $15 on it.
They do say a country boy makes do.
All right. Well, I guess we can, I don't know where I'm going to start this at because we don't know how to start when we're not together, but welcome, folks. Episode 140, the shit's finally hit the fan.
The shit has finally hit the fan. It's spread out everywhere. It looks kind of like a Rorschach painting that you're trying to decipher what's in it, but there's really nothing. It's just shit that's hit the fan, and you need to accept the truth.
Yep, so as you might be able to tell, that's not Slim with a cold. He is in a different location from me. And
I wish we could play it that I do have a cold, though. Like, that's why it sounds different. Like, don't even act like anything's wrong. Just be like, man, Slim's sinuses are fucked. And when I say fucked, I mean fucked.
What if every time you got a cold, it did just sound like you were on a phone connection?
What if every time you got a cold, it was like you started to break up in real life, like a bad phone call?
Yeah, it was perfect because when you said fucked, it did like a weird little robot sound.
Yeah, lovely.
So maybe you're also a little robot.
It's possible I may be a little robot for this show. We don't know. I'm not there. I don't even know what you're wearing right now.
You could guess.
House coat?
Of course. House coat, house pants,
slippers?
house slippers. All my housewear.
House hat?
Yeah, I'm wearing housewares. The department.
House gloves?
Yeah. Gotta wear house gloves. I don't want to catch anything.
Got my house gloves, got my driving gloves, got my bitch slap gloves.
Yeah, I had to retire the driving gloves, but the bitch slap gloves, you can't put them away because you don't want to get caught lacking.
You don't want to get caught lacking, but I did have to retire striking so many people with my bitch slap gloves just because of, current affairs.
Well, you broke that mirror.
Well, I mean, that's 7 years of bad luck already, and I've already got a Dorian Gray style painting waiting for me in the attic someday. I don't need this.
Yeah, you also love to run over tombstones.
I mean,
And I don't even know how long that is of bad luck, but we've all been there.
I don't think I need to defend myself for that.
No, you're just always like, ooh, small old-timey roadside cemetery, let's go. And then you blast off the highway, hit a couple tombstones, blast back on the highway. It's fine.
I mean,
but...
are you going to sit here and tell me that you've never felt more alive than when we were desecrating the headstones of the dead?
I mean, you're just always like, it's so old that they can't even have family anymore, so fuck them.
Right. Everybody who knew them is probably dead.
Yeah, you love to say that about a lot of things, though.
Said that about Drippy Dog, didn't I?
Yeah, but she's still alive.
Do you think anybody who was friends with Huckleberry Hound is still alive?
No. Not well.
Okay.
I think they're alive, but they don't acknowledge it. You know what I mean? They don't acknowledge their life.
So it's permissible to run over the headstone of Huckleberry Hound?
No, it's promiscuous.
Ooh, is it promiscuousable?
Sometimes it depends. It depends who's watching and what they're touching while they're watching. Anyway,
You should be touched.
Episode 140, folks. The dungeon is closed, which we thought we'd never have to say.
Yeah, it's a hurtful thing to have to go through. It really hurts when you have to sit there and watch the smokestacks turn off.
Yeah, while you're smoking those
smokestacks turn off, all the rats run out.
Yeah, it's something I never thought I'd see, all the memes.
We had to chase away the homeless guys that sleep in the back. I'm going to miss Pete.
Oh, I didn't chase away all the homeless guys, but the fire should do the trick.
I was trying to get them to distance themselves from each other, but they wouldn't, so I had to start shooing them away like Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah, it's a sad day. I thought the dungeon would always be there. This is the first, we did a Patreon, but this is the first time we've ever not actually been together, and it's pretty weird, as you can probably
for
tell.
An episode.
Yeah, to actually record is bizarre, to say the least.
So we hope you guys like it.
Yeah, sorry
if you don't. If you don't like it, go to www.dapperdadspodcast.com where you can anonymously or not anonymously
dapperdadspodcast.com. God damn it.
I told you we couldn't do this over the phone.
I know. We had to fire the cue card guy for you. So who knows what the fuck you're going to say. You're off the goddamn rails without the cue card guy. I told him he could just come
stand outside my window and hold him up, but he wouldn't. He doesn't like being outside. He says sunlight makes him itchy.
Well, he's albino.
Well, I didn't make him be albino, did I?
The cards blend into him. Because the cards are just his bare chest, actually, is what I've realized over time.
At first, I thought he had some really cool gang tattoos, but then I was like, gang tattoos don't move that fast.
Yeah, they don't. That's the one thing they say. Don't get a gang tattoo because it won't move fast enough.
It won't move it'll move, but not very fast.
As opposed to if you get Porky Pig in the crook of your arm and you can make her talk. That's a fast moving
Porky Pig's a girl?
Yeah, idiot. I don't know what anything is anymore.
I thought Porky Pig was a boy.
No, you can't assume a cartoon pig's gender. It's 2020.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. God damn it. See, we need the cue cards back.
We need the cue cards back so I can stop assuming the gender of cartoon animals?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I've never heard anything truer about the show in my life.
It's true. So go to www.thedapperdads.com. The correct website. And there'll be shit.
Go to the wrong one and see what happens. Just see what comes up.
No, don't go to that. It's completely different. It's just a website.
Is it a bunch of weird dad fetish shit?
No, it's a website I bought a long time ago to complain about you. I never thought we'd have this kind of crossover, to be honest.
That was actually way more popular.
Yeah, I gave up a lot. I sacrificed a lot to do this with you.
A lot of integrity.
Yeah, I sound like every one of your girlfriends right now.
Oh my God. No, you actually sound nicer than any of my girlfriends right now.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Let me retry it. I gave up a lot to be with you, you piece of shit.
They, call me a bitch fucker, and you just about hit the nail on the head.
A bitch fucker. That speaks ill of themselves, I think.
I know, right?
I just
That's what
picture
I
you like,
said. That's what I said. But if you're gonna point that out, when you're getting broken up with, is the time to point it out.
I mean, yeah, because when are you going to get another opportunity to?
Got to get those little jabs in, right? If you got to burn every bridge, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to spray paint it on their house after you've broken up.
Yeah, you gotta pee in a bottle,
If
and then you
I'm
gotta
a
whip the bottle at the roof.
if I'm a bitch fucker, then that means you're a bitch. That's what I write on the side of her house.
Really intricately, like beautiful graffiti artwork.
Yeah, it's like old English. Very
Oh
hard to
man, it
read.
becomes it becomes somebody's next album cover.
Runniest old English you've ever seen. No one has any idea what it means. It becomes the new hieroglyphics in the future, far in
People
the
are just
future.
trying to read it.
Yeah, it's like a fucking
No, I got this. I saw this on an episode of X-Files. It's ancient Sumerian.
yeah, it's like a letter from the Zodiac.
Ted Cruz is writing on people's houses.
Ted Cruz is eating butter next to me while I
Ted
write.
Cruz is eating butter in his quarantine.
I mean, you can eat butter in your quarantine. No one fucking.
You can eat whatever
cares.
you want in your quarantine. There's no laws.
Yeah, but then I get scolded for having a trough of undercooked lasagna noodles.
I'm not scolding you. I just want to know when you're going to use all the noodles before they go bad.
Noodles don't go bad, idiot.
Noodles will go bad if you just leave them sitting in water, idiot.
I didn't say there was water.
I guarantee you, if it's a trough of noodles, there is some water runoff that you're dealing with here that you're not putting into account.
That's what you would think, but I really dried these fuckers out.
So you just got dry, undercooked lasagna noodles in a trough?
I mean, I haven't checked up on it in a couple of days, but there's something.
See, this is also what concerns me. I'm worried about fuzzy noodles. I don't like fuzzy noodles.
It's not a problem. They're outside in the sun. They can't
Oh,
get
yeah,
fuzzy.
they're going to be very dry then, I feel like.
But I water them with the lawn.
Noodle jerky is what I'm picturing.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
I wonder, what dish do you make first with a noodle jerky?
I think you just eat it.
You just eat this,
You don't
no
put beef
seasoning?
jerky in a dish.
Well, 'cause beef jerky has like absorbed. First of all, you put beef jerky in a prison burrito. Second of all, you don't need to season beef jerky because it already comes like seasoned. Is this pasta seasoned, or did you just salt it?
Yeah, it's spring.
It's spring, so it's seasoned?
Yeah, because spring is the season. The jokes don't land as well when we're not face to face.
No, I need to see your stupid face making that one stupid face so I know it's a joke.
Yeah, I know. I knew that was going to be a problem, was our talking over each other and our not being able to read each other's faces.
I know. I'm trying to picture your face right now, and it just looks so stupid and rat-like in my head. I don't know what I'm looking at.
I have not shaved, and you would be shocked.
Like, at all? Like, you haven't, like, nothing?
No, I gave up on St.
Are
Patrick's Day.
the pubes going?
Kind of, but that's unrelated, honestly. But the face
So, like, what are you
looks...
dealing with? Because I remember seeing your mustache at the cabin last year. What are we dealing with on your face right now?
Well, yeah, that was just mustache. I shaved the rest. But this is probably that mustache a little stronger and then a lot of gnarliness, like, around the edges, I guess you could say.
I'm picturing, like, a lot of patchiness.
Oh, yeah, almost exclusively. Big...
Not very thick, very thin.
It's kind of thick. Big neck beard, I'd say, is the main attraction, which sucks.
Yeah. I also have a nice... Well, I've been having to shave for work, but I've been doing that thing where I've been kind of letting myself go a little bit because I can, you know?
Yeah, you just started that?
I mean, a couple of years ago, but, you know, I'm trying to keep up appearances for the listeners.
Yeah, I just started really going to shit. I'm going to cut my hair today, too. I'm doing something different. I might emerge from this a completely different man, to be honest with you.
I'm going to be terrified if you come out of this with a huge neck beard and a shitty haircut. Oh my God.
I'm not shaving until I can leave the house again. And it's very fascinating to me. I look at it every day because it's coming in more than it ever has. I mean, I've never went this long without shaving, but it's like, it's not nice, you know? It's pretty.
I mean, I wasn't picturing it's like a beautiful black pirate's beard or anything like that.
There's some serious red in it too, which is weird.
Red?
Yeah.
I get red in my facial hair.
Yeah, it's the Irish part in me.
I don't know what I think it's the Scottish part in me.
I don't know, but
lousy Irish.
It looks crazy, and I'm interested to see where it goes from here. Because it's like I said, there's more than there's ever been. My cheeks are really where it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm like feeling my facial hair as you're talking about it, and like I've got the neck, I've got the sideburns come in pretty thick, except for like where it's supposed to connect to my jaw, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then like around the chin is good. The mustache is fine, except for in the very middle for some reason.
Of course. My left side, like of my face, my left side of my mustache is like more plentiful than the right side. Like I think noticeably, or maybe just to me. But yeah, I feel
like I want you to see a picture, but I also feel like it's not going to show up well on film. I feel like it's something I need to see.
Well, yes, and how will I get it developed in this time of crisis?
I'm at the CVS,
like, God damn it, please develop these fucking pictures of my grotesque facial hair. I gotta mail them to my friend. It's the 20s.
Well, they're just trying to deal with you and your grotesque facial hair.
Yeah, they're like, sir, get the fuck away from me, because they've just given up on any cordialness.
I'm 3 degrees away from giving up on any cordialness at my job.
You should be. You should have given up, like you do with most things.
Most things or everything?
I say most because we're still doing this in the middle of a pandemic for some reason.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Want to just chime in and say the only podcast that has never missed an episode, even at times of crises.
Even at a defining time in the world, you will not be missing out on this bullshit.
Yeah, believe it or not, because we know that's what you need in these uncertain times where you're scared, your anxiety's at all-time highs. Some dick jokes.
Some dick jokes, some poo jokes, and a guy who can't remember anything.
Yeah, comments on our facial hair. Riveting content for the end of the times.
Hey, listen, I feel like if people haven't been keeping up to date and they do get to this point, this is what they deserve.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. God, I hope no one's jumping in right now, but it seems like the time.
Oh my God, can you imagine jumping in on this episode?
Yeah, because they're probably like, it fucking sounds like shit, which is my biggest gripe. It's also for us.
Biggest fear.
10 a.m. in the morning on Sunday. And
which is so uncharacteristic.
Yeah, I think we've done it before, but I just woke up an hour ago, which has never happened. I'm not showered also, which I don't know if that's ever happened.
I woke up before you. I woke up at like 8.
Yeah, I was kind of up. I don't know. I've been having trouble sleeping and whatnot.
Yeah.
But so I
gotta get some melatonin.
I don't know what. I honestly don't know what's going on.
You gotta start drinking before bed.
Oh, I've been doing that.
I thought we were keeping that to a weekends only thing.
What's the weekend? So I did it the last 2 nights.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I don't know I
keep forgetting what day it is.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what we said, but go to www.patreon.com/dapperdads. That will be updated since we can do this, but it'll sound like this, so don't get your hopes up. What the fuck else happens? dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. Where are my cue cards? God damn it!
I know you don't have. Oh, you don't have your board.
I actually read these. That's why I usually read them, because I'm literally reading them. Call 4027-DAPPER. That's 402-732-7737. You have fucking time to do it right now. Don't play with us.
You have so much time to do all the things we talk about, so don't even act like you don't.
Exactly. So follow us on Twitter @DapperDads, and follow us on Instagram @dapperdadspodcast. And I don't have to worry about how unorganized that promo was, because there's not going to be any video for this, believe it or not.
Yeah, believe it or not, we are not filming in 2 separate locations.
No, my facial hair's been breaking cameras religiously. Because when it
It is a
happens, a little
beautiful day
demon
out.
comes out and says, I'm
A little
free.
demon comes out and breaks the camera.
No, the camera breaks and that releases a little demon.
Oh, does he fly out like a ghost, or does he like crawl out like it's an egg?
He falls out like he's never walked before. It's kind of
Like,
sad.
does he have stupid demon baby legs, or are they like? Is he like a full grown, like working his ass off demon?
Huge upper body, little stupid demon baby legs. You nailed it on that. Yes.
Oh, yes. Because see, that guy's been I've been seeing him outside of my house recently, but I start walking towards him with my giant legs, and he like skitters off. I guess is the best word. Is skitters the right word to use there?
Yeah, it definitely. I think you have to see it to
Because it's
fully
not a
understand.
run.
No, well,
it's very fast.
It's very like wobbly because the upper body teeters.
It's comical.
Oh yes, yeah. There's no demon energy behind it. You're not scared.
It would almost make more sense for him to use his arms as legs, if we're going to be completely honest, and like run on those.
Yeah, like in Toy Story, the thing that is on the skateboard, you know, with the arms, like that, but with like little baby demon legs instead of a skateboard.
Little baby demon legs instead of a skateboard.
Yeah.
Big buff doom demon upper body, tiny little green baby legs.
Yeah, like if you didn't see, like if he was standing behind something also comically small and you didn't see the tiny baby demon legs, you'd be like, oh my God, it's a fucking demon. And then when he waddled out, you would just laugh in his face. And I'm
picturing legs that look like Shrek's. You know when Shrek had babies?
Kind of, yeah.
I'm picturing like little
I say
green
kind
Shrek
of, knowing
legs.
that I'm very well versed in the Shrek universe.
Kind of. You look over at a drawer where you have 28 movie tickets.
You think I'm in my office, but I'm actually in my dedicated Shrek room that I haven't been able to show you. Because it's not finished yet.
You say haven't been able to show me, but I think more it's like refusing
yet.
to show me.
No, it wasn't done. I didn't have the last couple memorabilias that I was bidding on eBay.
Shrek-mobilias?
No, shut the fuck up. Don't treat that like this. This is sacred. God damn it.
This means something.
I am holding. I've realized if when we do this, I have to like fidget with something with my hands. I don't know why. I don't know why when we're together, I don't have to do it. But if I just sit in my office and talk to myself, which is what it seems like, then I have to play with something in my hands.
Yeah, because it feels insane to be sitting here talking to yourself.
Yeah, where are you at in your house?
I'm in my room. I'm just sitting here looking outside. It's a nice day, drinking my coffee.
We're all just looking outside, wishing we could be there.
Looking at this. I mean, I could be outside. I just, I don't want to be.
Yeah, it's scary out there.
I mean, it's kind of big. You don't know what's out there. I see a guy. There's a porch, and there might be a guy that goes out on that porch. I don't know. I don't want to get close to that porch just because I want to check out that tree next to it.
Yeah, you don't want to have a run with a guy right now.
Yeah,
I don't.
You just don't want to have a run in general right now. You don't even want to be running right now.
You shouldn't be.
Or should you be running and training yourself to be a good apocalypse king?
No, you don't want to fool yourself.
Yeah, best not to lie to yourself, especially not in these stressful times.
No, good apocalypse king, that means you just get to do fun shit like kill people and loot. Those are the two fun things, apparently, to me.
Kill people and loot?
Yeah.
What about when we run out of alcohol and we have to start making our own?
I don't think it'll be fun, but I'll do it.
Sure it will. It's an adventure.
I don't know. I spent $100 on alcohol to stock up.
Just 100? I'm looking around. There's just bottles. There's boxes of bottles everywhere around me. Just strictly Jepson's Malort. I didn't think to branch out.
Yeah. That would be the end times, is when I have to find you and you're like, don't worry, I have booze. And then it's just Malort.
Don't worry, I've got provisions. And it's just Malort. Don't worry, there's different stuff. New bourbon Malort.
Yeah, I saw that. Hand sanitizer Malort.
I
bet that tastes better. I bet that fucking tastes better.
I bet it doesn't. And I bet if we can get some and taste it, it won't taste better. Do you want to taste some?
No, we have to stop making stupid bets to put bad things in or around our body.
Why is that always the bet I've noticed? Do we want each other to die?
I think we want to push it to the limits.
I definitely want to see what you're capable of.
Yeah, and I definitely want to do better than you. So if we're going to drink hand sanitizer, I have to be able to drink more than you.
How many shots of Jepson's hand sanitizer do you think you could do?
At least 3, right?
Yeah, I don't see why. Like really fast, like 1, 2, 3. I'm thinking,
Yeah, I think that
before he
would be
hits you
fine.
that how fucking awful it tastes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's even about the taste as much as the repercussions.
As the blinding killingness.
I don't know. You could probably drink like a little bit of hand sanitizer. 3 shots worth. That's
Yeah,
what I mean. I didn't go
I
big.
swear I've seen it on like TV shows or something, or like a movie where somebody was like an alcoholic and they like pumped hand sanitizer on their hands and they were licking it off.
Yeah, I feel like that has definitely happened. I'm Googling it right now.
Oh, I missed the monitor.
I know. I didn't even want to talk about it. I hope it's doing okay.
R.I.P. Rest in peace, monitor. We had to put it down with a big gun out back like old Yeller before we closed down the studio.
Yeah, I mean, we can't just have it there, It would have died. It doesn't have any.
It would have, yeah. I mean, nobody would have been there to feed it.
No. And
or pick up its poop. It would have died in its own. Probably would have died eating its own poop. Is that how you wanted the monitor to die?
I know. That's probably why all this happened, because we finally got the monitor and things were going too good.
Everything was going too good for us. We were on too much of an upward trajectory, and God was like, I don't fucking think so. And then he made our monitor sick.
Yeah. You hate to see it. You hate to have to live through it.
You hate to have to put your monitor down after having it for a month and a half.
Yeah, because then people are like, how are you holding up in these uncertain times? And I'm like, I had to watch my monitor die. So
I'm like, I had to hold a gun with another man and put down a monitor. How do you fucking think I'm doing?
Yeah, I had to hold the monitor in our hands while holding a gun point blank at the monitor and difficultly shooting it and then almost shooting both of us.
Man, I was at least picturing it was like tied up out back or something. I didn't think we had to hold it.
You don't want it to die in your arms?
That. I mean, I don't want it to die in the first place, but I didn't think I'm picturing like a shotgun. So like how
big
I mean,
shotgun.
What were you picturing?
Big shotgun.
Huge, double barrel, gigantic.
It's always a shotgun. If you cannot be put down by any other gun. You could be shot to death. You're shot to death by every gun except a shotgun. You're put down by it. This is common knowledge.
Yeah, I can agree that I feel like that should be like a small coaster that we make and give out at parties.
Yeah, and people are like, "Well, at least I learned something tonight." Honey, did you know if you're shot by a gun, it's fine, but if it's a shotgun, you're put down?
Dapper Dad's podcast. Check us out every Friday. Give him a business card and kiss him full on the mouth.
That's when we get brought up in court, like my dream, is because people are like trying to use our coasters as a defense. Like, I was told if I used a shotgun to rob this bank and kill this bank employee that I'd be putting them down, and that's not the same as murder.
What was that pop I just heard?
I'm playing with something. You mean this?
Okay.
Oh, I can't do it again. Fuck. Oh, there it is.
What is it?
I'm just popping a couple bottles of champagne. You know how it is.
I was going to say, it sounded like a little pop gun or something.
Oh, I wish I had one of those little pop guns. It is actually, it's going to be very hard to explain. And I know how explaining things can almost kill you. So please stay with me. I got one of those toothbrushes, those electric toothbrush things that everybody gets.
Okay.
Because of podcasts. Quip. I got a Quip. And it came in this clear plastic tube that is extremely phallic, and I kept the said tube because do you ever get a container and you're like, I have no use for this, but it's just such an elegant container that I feel like I should hold on to it until the time arises?
Your brain, your like monkey brain looks at it like it's like a piece of treasure or something because it knows it's going to be useful in the future.
So this has just been sitting here for like 2 months on my desk. And then, yeah, like I said, I got to fidget with something, so I took it, and then I have the lid off, and I'm sticking each of my fingers in it, and then pulling them out to make that pop.
You are a child when you are left to your own devices, just like me. You are just like me.
It's called ADHD, baby.
You love having it, baby.
It's called AD. What were we talking about? Anyway, drinking hand sanitizer. A typical 240 milliliter container of hand sanitizer gel contains about the same amount of alcohol as 5 shots of hard liquor. And
so what you're saying,
yes,
is that if I was to, so you got to drink a whole bottle to get 5 shots worth of alcohol?
yeah, but I think that whole bottle is just one of those tiny bottles, right? How much is 240 milliliters?
Oh my God. No, you can't be asking me about milliliters on the
I
show.
thought maybe if we were together, we could do math.
I don't know why. We can't do math when we're together. I don't know why you think we could do math over the phone.
Because I think when we're together, we're too stupid together. It kind
Our
of affects.
stupid energy just conflicts
Yeah.
with each other.
It's 8 ounces, by the way, so that's not that much.
So that's like a beer.
It's less. We've been over how much a beer is. A beer's 12 ounces.
12 ounces.
Yeah, and a shot is typically an ounce.
Then what's a can of pop?
It's fucking 12, dude. We've been over this. God damn it.
I hate when you call me dude. I hate that.
I only do it when you're being extra stupid, dude.
It feels bad, man.
Anyway,
You should have put me down with the monitor.
yeah, you wouldn't stop screaming, Matt.
I wish I was dead. It should be me.
Yeah, we were both screaming that, but you were screaming it while I was trying to cock the shotgun.
I was overwhelmed. I don't know what you want me to say.
Anyway, apparently recent trends mainly practiced by teens include mixing hand sanitizer with mouthwash to make a strong minty cocktail, mixing the gel with salt to separate the alcohol from the gel, and distilling the alcohol from hand sanitizer. What kind of
That's
fucking
crazy.
teens do you know that are putting that much work into it?
What type of person do you know that's putting that much work into it?
A person with a fucking problem.
Yeah, but teens?
Yeah, I would just go stand outside a 7-Eleven and ask someone sketchy to buy us beer.
Like the good old days.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? And apparently these cocktails are called hand sanitrippin? Getting a hand sanitrippin. Like, instead of sanitrippin. It doesn't work. That's clearly written by teens. Stupid teens.
I think this was written by a cop.
Yeah, I think, this whole thing has cop energy.
Huge cop energy.
It's also called getting a hand sanity fix.
What?
Getting drunk on Mr. Clean's tears. Or getting hand sanitized, which makes the most sense.
Do you have any MDMA?
Yeah. Hey, could you help me get a hand sanity fix?
I would open palm slap the face of the person who asked me that.
I would assume they were asking me if I would jerk them off with my hand.
Yeah.
A hand sanity fix, of course you can.
Some guy asks me that through the glory hole, and I'm like, whoa, you're not supposed to talk.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a mouth, idiot. If you put your hand through here and I put my mouth around it, we're both going to be disappointed, okay?
I was disappointed the second I came into this glory hole, and I wasn't looking to feel better.
Then it says, can you drink it? You can drink hand sanitizer, but the bottom line is you shouldn't. Even if the label lists ethanol alcohol as the only active ingredient, it's unlikely that alcohol is in the drinkable form. Other ingredients may be toxic. Yes, it's possible to distill alcohol from hand sanitizer, but you'll likely have a low purity contaminated product. So all I'm hearing is we should do it. Oh,
yeah, all I'm hearing is that it's just basically going to be a cheap, dirty alcohol, and that has our brand written all over it.
Oh, actually, most people are hospitalized from drinking hand sanitizer because of alcohol poisoning. Probably should have got that last get that last part out.
How much of it do I have to drink before I get the alcohol poisoning?
We for sure have to drink more than stupid teens.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm at least the size of 2 full-grown men. I'm allowed to drink more than them.
Yeah, I mean, we should get with some teens. Let's go to a teen party and see what they're doing. Listen, it's not creepy to be at a teen party.
It is.
It's creepy to hit on teens.
It's creepy to be at a teen party, especially at your unguessable age.
Well, but I'm fine because you don't fucking know how old I am. And listen, if this quarantine this whole thing has taught me anything, you need to do more shit when we get the opportunity. So first
Oh
weekend
my
we're
God, yeah.
allowed, I'm going to a teen party.
Okay, first weekend we're allowed. I think the four of us should just get together and just forget that we have homes for a weekend.
No, we go to a teen party. You know how hard the teens are going to rage when they're allowed to? You know
The
who's more
teens,
moody and irrational than teens? Come on. Like, they probably have relationships that they just got into right before this, and they've been texting each other like, I'm willing to die for you, Sarah. You know how
or
teens are.
relationships that have ended during the quarantine when they couldn't even see each other.
Yeah, we go to a teen party, and I'm hitting it off so well. I'm like so well versed in all the drama that's going on. And I come back over to you
But it's
guys, and I'm like, listen, Sarah and Kenny are not going to work out. But Jeff is going to swoop in. And you know how Jeff and Kenny are best friends? It's going to cause some ripples. And you guys are just like, can we go home? And I'm like, shut up. I'm finally the cool kid.
the
And then you
music
hear
is so bad.
and all the teens are like, that old man will not leave us alone. I hope he leaves. He keeps
They're
asking
like,
if we
will
can
somebody
give him
call the
some hand
cops? Who
sanitizer.
invited these four adults?
Yeah, they call the cops on their own illegal party.
Because they're like, the vibe around here is just bad.
I'll get the
For
underage
what-
drinking ticket if you can get these old men to leave. They won't stop asking for some hand sanity, and none of us know what that means.
None of us know the cops like hand sanity.
Yeah, the cop shows up. He's like, I wrote that article. I love hand
Cop's like,
sanity.
oh, you read my article? And I'm like, I knew it. I
Yeah,
knew it.
Big cop energy. And then we get drunk with the
I told
cop
him.
off a hand sanitizer in the back of his car. But we're
Oh my
all
God,
in the back
the
of the
cop
car.
is like, me first.
Yeah, but we're all in the back of the car, and then we can't get out.
No, then he's taking us on a joyride, and he's like taking pictures with us and stuff, and like pretending to handcuff us and beat the shit out of us. But he's too drunk off hand insanity, so he is beating the shit out of us.
Yeah, unlike cops.
Yeah, sounds like cops completely out of control and unable to control their violent impulses. Whoever heard of that?
And drunk off a hand sanitizer. That's the big problem
And
with the police force.
drunk off of hand insanities.
Yeah, I don't even think that was one of the terms.
It is now, motherfucker.
Can I get a hand insanity? Someone just fucking
That sounds like the
stabs you
most
in the
wicked
ball.
hand job you could ever get.
I feel like it would be too twisty. You know what I mean? Like an Indian burn.
Oh
but
yeah,
on your
a hand
dick.
insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen,
your dick is getting
baby,
ripped off.
I can jerk it off or I can give you a hand insanity. Of course you're going to be like hand insanity, but they're definitely just going to give it an Indian burn.
Yeah,
I've
I
been
feel
through
like
this before.
I feel like 0.3 seconds into the hand insanity, I'm gonna beg for whatever the middle ground is.
Yeah, but you can never go back from a hand insanity. I think that's rule number one.
I mean, I'll tell her she can keep the hand insanity money as long as she does whatever is under that.
I'll tell her she can keep the goddamn dick. Just stop twisting it.
Just stop twisting it off my body.
Yeah, I don't need it after this. It's going to be too mangled.
Stop using my balls as a boxing bag.
Oh, god damn it. Living on a prayer, am I right?
It's a hand insanity.
Oh, you go on Pornhub now and type in hand insanity. I bet there's something.
I'm thinking about doing it just to see what happens.
Yeah, but it's gonna be that weird lower rung of videos that you come across.
Yeah, just a bad shit.
23%
Somebody was
positive.
trying to say like crazy hand job, but English isn't their first language, so it came across as hand job insanity.
Yeah. Those are my favorite video titles. When you're like, what were you going for here?
What are you trying to say here? It's like when you see those like Chinese cooking videos on YouTube and they're like, break egg for much better children happy.
Yeah, and you're like, of course. I've known that for years.
Of course, number one cooking tip, am I right? They're like, big hand job insanity for crazy come time.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
That does sound nice, but a hand insanity?
Yeah, hand insanity scares me, but of course, traditionally, we will both still accept it and regret it later.
Of course, you always accepted the hand insanity.
Yeah, because how often are you going to get it? You know what I mean?
Never. You get it once, and that's it. Everybody gets one.
Yeah. And you don't want to be the guy who gave up. Because I know if I don't get it, everyone's going to be like, oh my God, if you had a hand insanity, top notch, dude. But if I get it, they're just going to twist and beat my penis into oblivion.
Yeah, no, it's bad, but everybody, that's the joke, is that it's really bad, but everybody talks about it like it's like going to a strip club on your birthday, like you're not going to get beat up by the strippers.
Yeah, or like Malort. Its
Yeah,
whole existence is to be like, it's so great, and then watch the person take it and be like, ha ha, idiot, except for you. And you're like, you're right, this is great. And we're like, oh no, he made the joke on us. And the joke won't
thanks,
quit.
guys, I appreciate it.
Slim, when will the joke end?
The joke's never. It turns out I hate it this whole time. I've just been doing it because I'm like, hey guys, it's really good.
Yeah, the long con, because you know it always irritates us.
Oh yeah, no, the long con's the worst.
Yeah, but your dedication is admirable.
Everybody thinks I'm stupid until they get hit with the long con.
On your deathbed. Listen.
Oh yeah, on their deathbed,
close.
more like it.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, when I put you down with a shotgun. And as I cock it, I say, Malort fucking sucks. And then you blow my head off.
Oh my god.
I feel like I would die with a little bit of peace, though, if you were like, I never liked it. And I'm like, me? And you're like, no, Malort. And I'm like, oh.
And then right before I do it, I go, and also you. And then.
Oh, the fake out? God damn it. I'm like,
oh,
at
yeah,
least I died knowing
out.
that he didn't like Malort. And you're like, and I hated you too.
Oh, yeah, no, you're not even going to have time to process it.
I mean, then it probably doesn't matter.
I mean, you're going to be in hell processing it.
No, I'll be doing great, moving up the company ladder.
You're still processing it.
No, because I'll be doing so good. You know how it works when you hide your true feelings and upset tendencies behind a good time with the devil. You know, we've all been
You mean
here.
every one of my relationships?
No. I forgot what I was going to reference what we said earlier about your relationship, but then I forgot what it was. So the callbacks are not working, baby.
We don't have our cue card guy, baby. He died, baby.
Yeah. He was put down, I think.
Yeah, we also had to put him. We had to put all the employees down.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to do it, but as a successful company, sometimes you have to make tough decisions in these unprecedented times, and you gotta, trim a little fat from the company, and hopefully we can bring some of those people back. I'm not talking about giving them their jobs back. I'm talking about reanimating their corpses. I've been watching a lot of films.
We're definitely talking about necromancy here, right?
Oh yes, I will be having sex with the bodies.
Oh, that is not what I was referencing.
Okay, need the cue card guy. I realize which one we shouldn't have lost. Because the cue cards usually say never reference sex with dead bodies.
We should have shot the hand insanity girl first and then the cue card guy, not the other way around.
Well, we had to experience her hand insanity, and then we had to kill her. So.
Well, yeah, because we can't have her, out here hand insanitying people in the apocalypse. God knows what that'll turn into.
Right. I think that's the final straw that will drive everyone to lose their mind and finally give up any sort of common decency.
Some crazy wastelanders attack you and your family, and they give you all hand insanities and run off.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
You hate to have to live through it.
What about my wife and let's just say my wife. What's a hand in... See, I don't need the cue card guy. I stopped it before it got super bad.
You could stand to have a cue card guy, but you don't need the cue card guy.
But I definitely didn't allude to worse things. I know when I'm going too far.
Of course you do. You don't need any type of person on the other side of you telling you that you're fucking up. I mean,
that's the worst part about being alone so often is then you forget like what you shouldn't say to people. Or on the best podcast
you're gonna be
ever.
Oh my God, you're gonna be as bad as me when you get out of this. What am I gonna be?
I'm gonna be worse, believe it or not.
Oh my God, I can't wait for this.
You're still in public, so you'll be just you normal. But I'll come out like
I'll be me typically.
Yeah, nothing has changed about you at all. I am a completely foreign man that you question if it's even me. I have a full beard, interesting haircut decision that I'm not sure if it was right, even me. And I'm just
picturing
very
a Joe
lewd.
Exotic haircut.
Not far off.
But you haven't dyed it.
No, I'm alive. God, I hate this
Oh,
pause. It doesn't work well in person. I need my dumb
It
jokes to have your
sucks.
stupid smile accompanying them.
It is. I am doing the stupid smile
I
right
know,
now. You
but I
guessed
can't
it.
see it. Even though
Oh,
I'm
I'm
outside of
sorry.
your house.
Why? Yeah. Why are you just outside my window jacking off? Just come in here, or just come up to the window already.
No, I got freaked out because you know how I always drive past your house and think it's further up,
Hmm.
and then that's just a like dead end, which is weird.
Yeah, it's a dead end with an alley, and you think you can go down that weird little alley thing, but then that's another dead end that just like
Yeah,
pulls you out into a platform.
imagine that you live in a confusing tangle of dead ends. I don't know if there's a more fitting symbolism for your life.
Imagine trying to come home and fool around with a girl in a car, and she pulls her, and I'm like, here, just, and you're drunk as fuck, so you're like, just pull into the alley over here, and she ends up driving out onto through the fucking thing. Ding!
Yeah, I feel like I gotta bleep that out,
Maybe,
maybe.
bleep that out.
I'll bleep half of it out. Half of the street name. Could be
Yeah,
anything.
could could be anything. Listeners have to guess. If you have a guess, go call 402-732-7737. If you're right, we'll give you nothing.
Also, an incredibly long road, so I don't think it would give away anything. But it would be like
Yeah,
maybe like the Tiger King documentary, which I feel like we'll need to touch on in a minute, when they're like Google Earthing where that bitch is gonna run, and that's what they do. They
yeah.
Google Earth that street, two dead ends, perfectly find your house. You're on Google Earth,
Find.
standing outside
I was
of
gonna
it,
say
yelling at God.
typically,
Of course, we've all seen it.
traditionally.
If you roll down the windows and come close enough circumference to your house, people can hear you yelling at God.
It's actually a little fan treat there for you. If you're bored during the quarantine and don't want to get out of your car, drive by Slim's house. It's like a zoo exhibit.
Yeah, if you get within a 1.5 mile radius, you can hear him. It's like a bonus
You can.
episode that I won't even
That's
edit.
that's what I was doing this morning when I woke up before you.
Yeah, warming up. You're out there
Yeah,
doing a
just
lot
getting
of
ready.
you're doing a lot of la 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 la. It's basically just that. Like you're gonna sing, but then you never sing. You just scream at God.
I sing a little bit in the beginning. I sing like a little opera to get people off track, and then it's just screaming after that.
Yeah, you sing until your voice cracks pretty hard, which is almost immediately, and then you're filled with shame
It's so
and you yell.
embarrassing.
And you're like, it's fine, I didn't want to sing anyway.
There's a reason I have to do this. There's a reason to do this. Everybody just starts like locking their doors and drawing their curtains.
Yeah, as they should.
Cars get pulled into garages. Birds fly out of trees.
They shutter their windows, and they shutter their bodies as well.
People that are within a 3-house radius of me, their skin melts off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that hasn't already happened.
It has.
You're down in that basement fucking with radioactivity.
There's no way I could be down in my basement right now, because do you know how echoey it would be on my end?
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, when you're fucking with radioactivity, it's in your basement.
Well, yeah, it has to be. That's where all the radioactive stuff is kept, under the concrete down here.
Yeah, you're trying to build a small nuclear power plant for a children's presentation.
It's basically going to be the same as the nuke plant that's down in Byron, but I'm going to put cool racing stripes on the side of the towers.
Will you make a little version of your dad sleeping in a tube?
If it'll help me get over the trauma of it, yes.
Should we talk about the Tiger King documentary? I know we're probably late, but
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people are still going to be talking about it by the time this comes out.
yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to talk about. But
right, yeah, you go online and it's either coronavirus or Tiger King. There's no in between.
Right, it's all we have, and it's great. I thought
people are grasping.
I mean, yeah, in times like this, you have to take whatever you can get, and it's the Tiger King documentary, which I had heard this story back in September of last year, so I was already on top of it. I almost bought
like
a
the
shirt.
whole Tiger King story, or just about Joe Exotic?
Joe Exotic specifically, but some of the other details, not nearly enough. Because when I started watching it, I was like, I feel like I already know. I thought he killed her. Because every time when I hear murder for hire, I assume that it happened.
Yeah, because a murder for hire usually implies that the person was confident enough to do it, unless they're pooping in the bushes.
I mean, yeah, don't forget about that. Make sure if you're gonna
Never forget.
put someone down with a shotgun, don't shit during it. Because that will
I mean,
send you
shit
to
your
prison.
pants, but keep it in.
Yeah, shit your pants, but don't let it flow out of your pants. So tuck your pants into your socks, but don't look like a dork. And God, is that difficult to achieve.
Especially when you already look like a dork without the socks.
Yeah, I'm like, you could have done it, but you just were born a big Poindexter.
You could have done it, but your genes refused.
But yeah, so I had heard this, and then I was like not excited.
Quit playing with that dick tube.
I can't. It's all I have. I'll stop popping it, but I won't stop playing with it.
Just play with your dick. Who's there?
This is much bigger and firmer than I could ever be, for sure.
It could give so much pleasure to a woman.
It definitely feels like it should be inserted into a human. I'm not gonna do it, but
could that be the product review if they ever endorse us? Your packaging feels like it should be inserted into a human.
Yeah, that's all we say. I'm like, yeah, it's a fucking toothbrush. Get over it. But your container feels like it has to be inserted into a human being at some time.
I put my dick in the container when I fuck a woman, and she comes every time.
Yeah, if you could fit your dick in the container, I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what I'm working with.
It's pretty narrow, but I mean, there is always that thing where you hold a dick-shaped container and you're like, could I? And then you look and you're like, I totally couldn't, but for some reason, my stupid monkey brain's like, maybe try to shove your cock in it.
Maybe just try to fuck it. You don't know.
Yeah, you never know. If you try hard enough, it might work.
Yeah, you could do it if you tried hard enough. You always read articles about somebody doing something like that.
Yeah, Rome wasn't built in one day because a guy had a plastic tube stuck on his dick.
Well, and you know what they say: when in Rome, do as the Romans do, and shove your dick in a plastic tube.
Nope, shove your tube in your dick.
Shove your tube in your dick. Tube your dick off, boys and girls.
But yeah, so I had heard some of the Joe Exotic thing, and then boy does it not stop delivering.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought was most insane about that show is how, like, you know, sometimes when you watch stuff like this, there's like a weird lull in the middle or like a waste episode where you're like, we didn't need all this.
Yeah, that's
like,
constantly how it is with everything nowadays. There's at least one entire episode where you're like, what the fuck? That was a waste of my time.
Right, like you're like, this could be, it's like albums, it's like TV shows. It's like if this condensed by like 3 or 4 songs or 3 or 4 episodes, it would be perfect.
Right.
But this just keeps you need more episodes, I think, because apparently there's so much more stuff that they didn't get to put in the documentary.
Oh, I'm sure. And that's what was funny, like when I text you to watch it and then you text me whatever a couple days later and you were like at just a few episodes in, I think like 3 episodes in, and you're like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And I was like, it gets crazier. And you were like, I don't know how it possibly can. And I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, well, not to spoil anything,
it's been out
my
long
sister
enough.
I know, but there may be people who haven't seen it.
Well, then here's spoilers.
Don't
skip
them.
Ahead. Yeah, I mean, it's been
huge Tiger King spoilers ahead. Use that little 15-second fast forward feature now if you have it.
So it perfectly gets right to the spoiler.
Yeah, so you just hear it because we're going to talk for 15 seconds right now until we get to the spoiler, and then you're like, no. But when my sister texted me and she was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, what the hell is this? I was like, just keep watching it. It's great. And she was like, okay, I'm on episode. It was the episode before the suicide.
Right.
And she was like, okay, I'm here. I'm going to stop and make lunch and then watch. It was like episode 5 or 6. I was like, oh boy, let me know when you watch that. And it was like 45 minutes later, she texted me. She's like, I had to pause it and like just walk away for a little bit. That was too much. I was like, yeah, because you don't see that coming.
No, and that's the most fascinating part of the whole thing, because I think it's rare that you see like uncanny person's reaction to a random suicide happening in front of them, like watching that guy go through all the phases in like 1 minute of like utter disbelief and then like freak the fuck out, and then he's like yelling. Like it's fascinating to watch. It's fucked up, but I was like, this is insane. Like I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that.
Yeah, no, when I saw that part, I was like, I had the same thought. I was like, I've never seen anything like this on TV before. I was like, because where on earth are you going to see such a genuine full reaction to something like that?
Yeah, without the person knowing it was gonna have it's honestly one of the most interesting pieces of like anything I've ever watched was just that scene. Like I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's what I mean.
it's like,
Like there's a lot to it and it's a lot of it's ridiculous, but yeah, that part was fucking crazy. And that's why I think it's such a good documentary because they have so much footage. Like that's where
yeah, they just have everything.
yeah, like everything that happens except for like a couple things, those are like reenacted, but everything else is like exactly the footage of what fucking happens. And you're like, this is why this is better than
Right.
every other like documentary type thing ever, is because you just have everything. Like usually documentaries suck because it's just someone like telling the story and you're like, I don't know if that's exactly how it went down. I can't visualize it. Blah,
Right.
blah, blah. This shit, they're just like, all right, roll this clip. And you're like, Jesus Christ.
They're like, yeah, here's the meat truck, and then you get to see the meat truck.
Yeah, that was also very sad when they're like, "Oh, this isn't spoiled yet. I call dibs on this."
This is still frozen. I'm taking news.
Yeah, or like one of my favorite moments in the whole thing is when they open up the pizza restaurant and then
Oh yeah.
it shows them all like eating it for like a commercial and they're like, "It's great." And then it clips to the one guy and they're like, "Do you think it was off the meat truck?" And he's like, "I have no doubts that that was off the meat truck."
Yeah. It's not DiGiorno, it's the meat truck.
I was gonna say that. I saw that and that was perfect. But yeah, there's so many little moments like that that are my personal favorite. Or like the fucking guy who helped kill the ATF agent. And he's just like, I didn't kill the guy. I just helped burn his body and then cut his head off. Like, I don't get what the deal is. And you're like, Jesus Christ.
And that was just a random guy that got what, 3 minutes of screen time?
Yeah, he's like barely in it. He's just like, they're just trying to explain all the people that are into this hobby of having tigers and multiple partners. And then,
and we were apparently just like, Doc Antle has a sex cult and we're just going to dust right over this.
Yeah, I know. There's definitely going to be some shit about him coming out. I don't know. Everyone's bad in it. Except like some of the workers for Joe Exotic, I like feel bad for.
Yeah, pretty much everybody, almost everyone that were like the gal that got her arm ripped off.
Yeah, I liked.
And then she's like, "Can I go back to work?" Like 3 days later.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's so many things that you're just like, oh, I can't believe this, that this is real, that this is how it happens. And then there's footage.
I think I felt like worse for the guy who didn't have the legs.
Yeah.
Because like he seemed like he really just genuinely wanted to like take care of the big tigers that he had, you know, and then he got those taken away by that Jeff guy, which, oh my God, you're watching it and you're like, he's going to come make everything better. And then he makes everything a billion times worse.
And then you're like, I hope you die. But yeah, there's,
but you got to say that about everybody.
Yeah, basically. That last episode where it like shows everyone like dealing with it and that one guy's just hammered. Like that episode's so sad because it's just like all the people who are redeemable, and then no legs guy is like, I left my wife of 30 years. I live in an RV in a fucking garage or something. It's very confusing. There's so many things that you're like, we're not gonna elaborate on what the fuck is going on right now.
Right, like we can't help this guy out a little bit.
Or just like there's so much shit that they just show and you're like, what the fuck was that? You're not even going to talk about that because there's so much other shit to talk about? I get it, but I'm like, what the fuck?
Like the guy smoking a cigarette, filling a gas can with another gas can in a shed full of gas cans.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of shit like that where you're like, this is just Florida. One of my favorite things too is when I can't remember who says it. I think it's Joe Exotic about the big snitch guy with the haircut. And he's like, who, him?
That guy
fucking sucks, but someone says, who, him, the walking Chucky doll? And it was maybe the funniest moment of the whole thing. It made me laugh pretty hard, just the walking Chucky doll. And then that scene of him pulling up on a jet ski and it's like slowed down. What? That was
beautiful though.
Your phone did something crazy. What did you say?
I was just going to say, I swear, because I can hear it in Joe Exotic's voice where he's like, that guy looks like a big fucking Chucky doll.
Yeah, they're just like, who? Oh, the walking Chucky doll? And then he slowly pulls up on a jet ski trying to look at the camera, but not trying to look at the camera?
Trying to look so hard on that jet ski.
Yeah, that guy fucking sucks. He's just a big loser snitch.
Yeah, he's horrible. He's sitting in his shop and he's like, "You want to know all the real secrets on secret camera?"
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, why would you go on a documentary and be like, I'm the guy that fucked everyone over?
I'm the guy that fucked everyone over because the FBI had information on me and a lemur.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. There's so much shit where you're like, what the fuck did you do? I need more information. You can't gloss
Screwed everybody
over.
in the world over for a lemur.
Yeah, and he's like, I hate the DEA, I hate the FDA, I hate all the things. They shouldn't be able to get between me and my animals. And you're like, I think someone should.
Yeah, someone needs to.
That big weird
someone needs to
body's
get in
gotta
between
get
all
between.
these people.
Yeah, but yeah, so I mean, like I said, people have talked a lot about it. You see it everywhere, but it's one of the most fascinating things I've ever watched. Like it just keeps giving it to you.
Oh yeah, no, and it inspires such good conversations like this too. Like you can talk to people about it for hours. Like I talked to my boss at work about it for 45 minutes after it came out because we just kept being like, oh, and this, like we just did. We're like, oh, in this scene, oh,
Yeah.
and that happens, oh, and this.
Cause there's so much shit, and it was the perfect time with this like quarantine shit. Is like everybody watched it. I would love to see like the actual numbers of how many times it was watched, cause like I feel like everybody watched it, like everyone in the world. Well, folks, he's dying, and I think that'll be it. God, I'd be pissed.
Slim died, everybody.
If you died not in front of me, I'm gonna be pretty upset.
I have to die in front of you.
I guess around me, like in front of me, sounds like I killed you, but I just put you down.
In the vicinity of you?
Yeah. Well, I guess not even in the vicinity. I think if we were doing this and you're on your phone and you just die in your room, I'd be pretty upset. I'd be like, God damn it.
If I die on my room because some coffee went down the wrong pipe, I would say I was gonna kill myself, but then that's contradictory.
I mean, you could try at the end. You could do a mayhem.
At the end, almost. Ooh, no, I think what I do is I'm almost about to die from the coffee, and I say I'm not going to go like this, and then I take myself out with a shotgun.
Of course, you put yourself down.
Yeah, you have to. Sometimes you got to put yourself down.
Hey,
it's humbling.
I say it every time you're drunk. And then the forensic report shows that you would have been fine. They're like, yeah, he just needed to swallow the coffee and get a couple coughs out. I really think it was possibly the largest overreaction we've ever seen.
Yeah, he just got a little bit of coffee in his lung. He was fine. He was just being a big bitch about it, apparently, right up to the end.
Yeah, it happens to most people like once a day. It's honestly a pretty common thing. We have you say it went down the wrong tube, and everyone goes, yeah, I know what that means, but he just couldn't deal with it. It was weird.
It's almost like it's been happening to him and everyone he knows his entire life, and he just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's different, trying times since we have to live like this now.
We have to not see each other or know what the other one's wearing.
I took a shit yesterday that came out of the water. That's
the mass of it.
Yeah, like it came like the creature from the Crap Lagoon. It just like creeped out of the top of the water.
Yeah,
so things
I
are
didn't
different
eat anything
now.
at all yesterday. I didn't eat anything at all yesterday, and then I took a shit this morning that confused me.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of interesting ones. Either nothing at all or just I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. The audacity, I'd say. That's what I say when I stand up.
I think my body was just cleansing itself out because I took a look at what happened this morning, and it was like nothing that's ever come out before.
That is a horrifying thought from you.
Because God, I mean, you've seen some of the things that come out of me.
Yeah, too many. One is too many. Never, not even once. What's the meth slogan? Not even once. That's how I feel.
Not even once.
Anything that comes out of your body.
Not even once.
Not even once.
Well, I didn't eat for a whole day, and then I shit. So it's like I think my body was just like, here, get rid of this. We've been hanging on to this.
I think that is how it works. When I like started eating less, I had like a week period of taking some very odd shits, and I think it's literally just like your body's like, hey, while you're not eating, let's get rid of this because it's just been hanging out in your gut for a while.
Yeah, we've been sitting on 10 years worth of crazy bread. Let's just go ahead and move this along.
Yeah, because a lot of, like, some of my shit was floating, which felt like scary. I feel like I've mentioned this, and then I Googled it, and it was like, you're probably shitting fat, like just shitting out fat. And I was like, nice. So then I used it as like a glaze for a ham I was working on.
Oh my God.
It was good.
Stop popping that dick tube and work on my trough of noodles, God damn it.
Damn it. I can't do the trough. It's outside. You know this isn't a portable setup. Think of the cords. Why won't you ever think of the cords?
Think about the cords I'm going to be getting in the pasta.
Yeah, I'm just out. Could you imagine my neighbors if I'm out on the lawn with my trough of noodles and cords and electronics that don't make sense?
They already think you're going fucking insane. This is when they're like, do we have to call the cops?
You probably saw my tweet of my fucking white teenage neighbor playing basketball in front of his entire family and every shot going, this one's for the dead homies, and then not making it, which I don't know if there's something more disrespectful than that.
The only thing more disrespectful would be saying you're going to pour one out for the homies and you go to pour the bottle out and it's empty.
Or you're going to pour one out for the dead homies and you chug the whole bottle.
Hey, I poured it somewhere, right?
And I was just smoking a slow cigarette, you know what I mean? Like a movie. Yeah. And I was just like, the kids these days. And
did you see my tweet about the couple that broke up down the road from me?
I did see that. Yeah, watching people from your window or yard or whatever you're allowed to do is fascinating. I've noticed most cars are loud. There's so many loud cars, I feel like I'm starting to lose my mind. Like, it's going to be the thing. Like, this is the first stage where I mention it on the podcast to you. And then in like a week, I'm texting you and I'm like, the cars keep getting louder. Have you noticed this? And you hear my descent into madness. And I'm just eventually like, every car's loud. There's cars are loud. I don't know what's going on. I start teetering with cars on the street. Teetering? I'm not sure, but it gets fucking crazy. Can you see it? Can you picture me losing my mind about how cars have gotten too loud?
I pictured you losing I've actually seen you lose your mind about things smaller than this. So yeah, I can visualize it.
Well, I'm home all the time and you'll just hear, and I'm like, okay.
I was going to ask, is it like the vehicles themselves that are loud, like the operating of the vehicle?
Yeah,
or
it's
is
like
it like
dickhead cars.
Music really loud?
No, it's like dickhead cars.
Fuckers just out like flat, probably because all these guys are home now. They're working on their cars and they're like, well, let's spin it around the block and see how she sounds.
I think it's definitely that, or just going for a drive because you can. But then what's funny, like I've noticed this and it's become like, I just hear it a lot. I also hear a lot of sirens, which I find weird, but I guess people are home beating the shit out of each other, which sucks. But then I was like, my window was open and I heard the, and I looked out because I'm like, I got to get a look at these fuckers. And then a motorized bicycle drove by. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not all cars. And then yesterday I was sitting in my backyard drinking a beer and I heard one coming again, just a real, and then it was the old station wagon that was just sucked. So I'm like, I guess it's not all dickhead cars, but cars are loud.
I think you're stuck in a weird time loop where you're seeing all these weird eras of vehicles. Because when's the last time you saw a station wagon?
It was so perfectly specific because I was like, look, let's watch this. It's one of the loud ones. And then, yeah, it was like the wood panel station wagon. Like, I think I just said station wagon too, which I love.
I was going to ignore it, but if we're going to focus on it, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think that's a new slang term I want to use. The station wagon.
I'm just going to go fire up the old station wagon and go babe cruising with the dad squad.
Oh my God, I'm going to go buy a station wagon just because I came up with this.
Just so we can make this joke, just so you can pull up and be like, give me your finest station wagon, broski.
I mean, the joke doesn't end. Imagine in a month, I pull up on you, fucked up beard,
full beard,
fucked up haircut, something else
station
probably,
wagon.
In the station wagon, listening to Billy Joel's greatest hits, singing.
Good God, I think I might actually respect you for once. That would be fucking wonderful.
Of course, you pull up in the station wagon, you better have the Joel in the deck. See,
if you're not
I'm
playing a
cutting out a
Joel
lot of
8-track
words.
tape on deck, you're fucking up.
Oh yeah, and it is warbly to say the least.
It is warped from sitting in the sun, let me tell you.
It's warped from just existing for 50 years.
It has to be. Yeah, that sounds about right at this point.
Yeah, which is fucking crazy. Let me pop in my 50-year-old piece of media and enjoy.
Whoa.
No, we skip Uptown Girl now. I listened to a lot of Billy Joel yesterday, but I never listen to Uptown Girl or Piano Man when I'm just enjoying Joel by myself, or with others. Uptown Girl's like for us. Piano Man, you'll just hear it out at a bar. You just have to hear it once a night. It's weird.
Yeah. Send me some Joel deep cuts you've been listening to. I'm curious as to what's been good for you.
I feel like I don't even do deep cuts. He just has so many hits. Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, I have 2 actual records, Glass Houses and Piano Man, and they both have like one good song, like one hit song on them. I think that's how he's been around for so long, is he makes an album with one gigantic song and other ones. And so I listen to Glass Houses. That's how they
used to do it back in the day.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I listened to Glass Houses and there were some other songs, and I was like, I feel like I should figure out. But there's also like a very specific Joel niche that I'm looking for, and it sounds like You May Be Right or My Life, you know what I mean? Because then sometimes he gets into like some other shit that I don't really rock with. But yeah, so I guess if anyone in this time when you're stuck in home, listen to Billy Joel's entire discography for us. A lot of it is live albums for some reason, like 25 different live albums. It's fucking ridiculous.
I'm okay without those.
Yeah, it's just the songs that he's played before. So find us some upbeat Joel cuts that are deep and get back to us.
Yeah, let us make a Dapper Dad's Quarantine Billy Joel playlist.
Yeah, because I know, he's one of those artists where I listen and I'm like, I know for a fact I'm missing out on what could be my favorite Billy Joel song, but I don't even know where to begin. And like I said, I'm looking for a very specific sound from him.
Right.
I also keep listening to the song You Can Call Me Al.
Any particular reason?
It's just fucking good. It sounds so good and fun. And then when you listen to the lyrics, you're like, I kind of relate to this too. I don't know the last time you really turned it up to You Can Call Me Al, but you should.
I don't think I've ever turned it up to that one.
I mean, listen to the lyrics as an aging man. It'll also hit you. It'll hit you in some feels, and then it's still like pretty upbeat. And then you can think about Chevy Chase being in the video.
Oh.
So that's good. Everyone listen to You Can Call Me Al. You want to do some submissions? We got a couple.
Oh, do we? Yeah, let's get into some.
All right. First one comes from Lemmy.
Who'd have thunk, even in these trying times, Lemmy's still pulling through with the content. Thanks, bud.
I know. I kind of expected like 1,000 submissions from Lenny.
I would like to get 1,000 submissions from everyone. They're all just sitting at home. They could reach out to us.
Yeah, and again, I hear it a lot that people are like, I just don't know what to submit, or I don't want to submit something stupid. And like, we're not expecting some grade A, really big think piece. Just ask us something stupid about our dicks or some shit or whatever. Who cares? Even if it sucks, we'll cover it. But yeah, you got time, so get into it. People have been checking in on us, which is nice. We appreciate you, and we hope you're all doing well and safe as well.
Yeah. We hope everybody's. Well, I was like, people have been reaching. Do you know how hurt I would be if you were like, people have been reaching out to me personally, lots of fans, and I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, I'm almost overwhelmed by the outpouring of concern. Not concern. Just checking in. Everyone's like
drama. We expect Slim to die. Are you okay?
Yeah, they're like, we know you're doing fine, and Slim may be alive still, but we just want to make sure if you need anything, we'll personally bring it to you and disinfect it.
We want to make sure the national treasure of the Dapper Dads is okay.
I mean, that is the best way to put it. But anyway,
about time you got the respect you deserve.
Thank you. Leonard says, surprisingly, yeah, it was me that made the submission about wanting to cry. I watched.
Just the snark you threw on that. Yeah, it was me who made this submission.
Yeah, because when we read it, I was like, "This is definitely Leonard." And then, for him to be like, "Yeah, it was me," like a supervillain that's been unmasked at the end of Scooby Doo. Yeah,
well, like they knew halfway through that it was Scooby Doo.
Yeah, you're immediately like, I know exactly what's going on here. And he's like, yeah, it was me, and I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you kids. Which, were they even kids?
No, I mean, I think they were adults.
Yeah, I think they were at least over 18. They drove and shit.
Yeah, they grope and dry humped consistently.
Yeah, that's like the whole thing. That always drove me crazy.
What kind of kid is smoking weed with a dog?
A lot of them nowadays. Well, they're doing...
Oh, yeah, apparently they're all getting hand insanity.
Yeah, I was going to say they're getting hand insanities with their dogs.
Not enough kids fighting mysteries. Too busy getting hand insanities these days.
I mean, it makes sense. What one do you want to do?
Get a hand insanity or fight or do mysteries? I want mysteries.
I know.
I get ripped off.
As soon as I asked, I was like, it's definitely mysteries. I don't know why I even questioned it.
Definitely mysteries. Smoke weed, and eat a big sandwich with a dog, and catch a bad guy.
I've always wanted to eat...
hump on Daphne a little bit.
Eat Daphne? Wait, which one was the hot one? Was it Daphne? Which one's
Velma?
the dork?
I thought Velma was the not hot one. Velma was the dork.
Okay. All right. Then, yeah, Daphne. What about Fred?
Yeah, I was say Daphne. Fred can watch.
Fred's a handsome man.
I'm not saying he isn't.
Seems like he has a hard chest that I could nap on.
I'll cuddle with him, but I don't want to do anything with him.
Oh. I might if he keeps the ascot on.
Ooh, but only the ascot?
Pull up in the mist machine. You know what I mean? I'm shorting everything, baby.
He pulls up in the mist machine, you pull up in your station wagon, you know what the fuck is going on.
The mist machine, I thought that was Velma's underwear. I don't know if that was right.
Oh.
That wasn't right.
Mist? I don't...
Need the cue card
real
guy.
Misty pussy?
Need the cue card guy. Stat. Or hiring a cue card person.
Please apply to be the new cue card person at dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com immediately.
Yeah, you got to stand out our windows like John Cusack and say anything. But instead of a
technically
speaker,
we need two of you.
Yeah, technically. Or you just have to be really fast.
Yeah, like so fast.
Yeah, like faster than the Flash. Anyway,
Leonard... What about Leonard crying?
Yeah, Leonard says, I watched Dear Zachary, and my God, it worked. I cried so loud, my uncle came to the basement to see what was going on and gave me a big fucking jump scare. So honestly, thank you.
Oh, is that what that tweet was about?
Yeah, which is crazy because his uncle lives 2 states away. That's how loud he cried.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He said...
he cries louder than I scream at God.
Yeah, it's a close competition, and if you guys were to do them at the same time, it would make the sun explode. So I'm glad he cries at night and you scream during the day.
Yeah.
He says, so honestly, thank you. I really needed that cry. Also, that documentary, while soul-crushing, was really beautiful and touching. It's very good, but it will make you cry. Thank you, dads. You're welcome, Leonard. I'm glad you got your cry. I don't remember that documentary being beautiful and touching. So...
Yeah, I still haven't looked into it. So because I just don't feel like I'm ready for it yet, if that makes sense.
I remember not feeling like, I think there is something that you're like a little at peace about the events that take place, but it's definitely just pretty.
There's definitely a drop of water in an ocean of blood.
Yeah, it's a big bummer. It's like I said, one of the saddest things I've ever seen. It also is it's a documentary, and it has those moments where you're like, well, this can't get worse, and then it does.
And then it totally does.
So it's like the opposite of Tiger King. Which is crazy. Yeah, I think that might actually be a very true statement. Those are different. Those are on opposite ends of the spectrum. Tiger King and Dear Zachary. Watch them in one day. You've got time.
You've got time. You've got all the time in the world. Really get in touch with your emotions.
Yeah, feel it out. Watch some fucking weird shit. I've been watching all kinds of crazy shit. Next submission, and I really wish we were together with the monitor, because this one is going to fuck me harder than maybe any submission ever.
Interesting.
So for starters, I feel like I want to preface this. Is it Czech? CZECH? Is that just said Czech? Right?
Okay. What
Czechoslovakian?
is it?
Yeah. CZECH. Because that's going to come up a lot, and I want to make sure I'm not just instantly fucking up the main thing.
Uh-huh.
So this comes from Mr. Check at wheelin@dealin.com, and it says, are there any languages you guys know or want to learn besides English? I'm currently learning Czech because I'm like 70%-ish Czechoslovakian, and I want to get in touch with my heritage. I know, kinda lame, lol. I'd love to read about the march of the Czechoslovakian legions in Czech. If you've never heard of that, I get it, but basically a legion of about 60,000 people marched literally around the world to get back to their homeland, and they were opposed at every turn, and it's a really interesting part of history. Anyways, any languages you guys want to learn for any reason. And then there's some words, and then in parentheses it says thanks and goodbye. I'm honestly not even going to try to read that because it's just
not even gonna go for it.
It's just not even possible, I don't think.
Ah.
And if that is any precursor to what I'm about to say, I do not know any other languages.
I also do not know. I know small, I know words in other languages, but I couldn't speak fluently in another language.
Yeah, I think we've covered it. I took 2 semesters of German, and I only know Ich weiß nicht, which is I don't know. So nothing really stuck with me. And yeah, I know a few words here and there of Spanish, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be going to some other country and really regaling the locals with my stories.
No, I think if I go to another country, they will put me down because I'm not even great with English. I recently said Stashwagon, so I don't know if I'm the guy.
You also said mist machine and then referenced it to a woman's vagina.
Well, I don't have anything to say about that. I made the decision I made, and I'll die on that misty hill of underwear. My problem was I said underwear. That doesn't make sense. How would the underwear be the mist machine?
Why would the underwear be
wet
misted?
Fart?
I feel like it's ugh.
That's still not the underwear. God damn it.
But it's in the wrong part of the underwear.
Mist machine implies a machine that creates the mist.
So yeah,
and the underwear
referencing the pussy.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, mist isn't. Listen, it was just flawed from the beginning. You know? Sometimes it doesn't work. I'm going to chalk it up to recording not together. Your face would have never let me say mist machine underwear.
I like to know that sometimes it's me that's holding you back from being such a horrible fuck.
I mean, you should feel honored. But yeah, I just
feel like it's always the other way around usually, so it's kind of humbling. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, now you know what it's like to be in my shoes.
Try walking a mile in Drama's big Claude Cadill hoppers.
I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, I'm also not actively looking to learn any language, mainly because I'm dumb.
Mainly because I'm stupid and a jackass, and I would not follow through with any type of requisite or homework I would need to do to really make the stuff stick.
Yeah, I would give up faster than most people do on a lot of things. Just looking at that sentence that this person left in Czech makes me know that I could never even come close to learning anything.
Yeah, I had Duolingo for a day and a half, and it stressed me out so much I had to get rid of it.
When I was in middle school, we had, I think it was called world language. I feel like I've said this before too. And you learn pieces of 6 different languages throughout the year.
That's just horribly confusing.
Yeah, that just doesn't even make sense to me. I definitely didn't retain anything from that, but how the fuck are you supposed to? Because it's
who gets helped? Who's helped by that program?
I don't know. I would reason to say it doesn't even fucking exist anymore. Because it's just you get a month of a foreign language, and then you're hurled into another month of a different foreign language, and you go from Spanish to Chinese, and it's just.
Oh God!
But you would get food at the end of each, whatever
from the language region,
right? So that was the highlight for me. Unfortunately, no offense to anybody, but I love food and I'm stupid.
Hey, at least we're getting down to brass tacks.
Hey, I know what it is. And then the final submission comes from Kim Trails, and the email is fuckshitpiss@ass.com. That sounds familiar.
Hell yeah.
And it says, why do porn stars speak in keywords? If you guys did porn, what would you be known for? Would you have a catchphrase or a nickname? Bye.
Porn stars have catchphrases?
I also was confused on that. I think it's just saying, would you have a catchphrase? I don't know.
Would it make me more popular if I did? I feel like a nickname is what people would look into more.
I feel like if you had a catchphrase, like a good catchphrase, people might. It definitely is some brand recognition.
I mean, I think there's some. I was gonna say there's some room in here for something fun because, like, you could say it like every time you're about to come or have finished coming, depending on what it is,
Yes, exactly. And that's what
or like right when you're about to fuck.
right. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of openings, I'd say. Um that would probably be my catchphrase. I'd be like, "Wow, there's a lot of openings here." Right?
And then people see your crazy haircut and your full beard, and you're fucking them in the back of the
I don't
station wagon.
I don't know if it's a full beard. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's full in places.
Yeah, we don't know how long this is gonna last for.
Some of the hairs are shockingly long, but the beard is far from full.
Oh God.
But yeah, because I was gonna say, like, I feel like I don't remember male porn stars a lot. You know what I mean? You got to really stand out for me to
Yeah,
kind of like
you gotta
keep tabs.
you gotta be a real buck angel for me to remember you.
You got to be like Owen Gray because he's got those fucking tattoos. You know what I mean? Like, that's for sure.
You gotta be whoever that guy is with the mole on the head of his dick.
Yeah, I agree. That was the other one I was thinking of, but also we don't know who that is. So, but we know that he exists and we can see him in our heads.
His dick is his catchphrase.
Exactly. Yeah, you need a nickname and a catchphrase. I'd like to be like a train. You know what I mean? Like when I'm about to nut, I'm just like, I wish I'd thought of it before.
Chugga chugga choo choo.
That seems like the most obvious choice, so I'd like to maybe change it up. I'm not sure.
Cumma cumma choo choo.
Like arriving at the station in 15 seconds, and then I come in 15 seconds. I don't know.
Roving at the station in 15 seconds.
Oh yeah, maybe that's it. To keep it on brand and be able to tie it back to this, is I say, I'm about to arrove.
And then you just do it everywhere.
Oh yeah. Probably on her face. I think that's traditionally what happens.
Traditionally the best.
I mean, what is your
The
catchphrase?
snack that smiles back gold horse.
That's your catchphrase?
Yeah. Then I smack them.
Oh, okay. So you've got like a whole thing.
Yeah, it's physical comedy with prop comedy because cum is considered a prop in this scenario.
Isn't it always?
It's all it always is. Who am I kidding?
Cum is considered a prop in this scenario. Oh.
There it is.
Oh, he's gonna kill himself.
Y'all better watch out before I rove in the afterlife.
So what are our nicknames then? And what would we be known for? I think that's the part of the question we're missing. What would we be known for? Yours would be the prop
At this
comedy.
point, I feel like being known for being mine's prop comedy.
And the assault that you loosely referenced.
Prop comedy and loosely based assaults.
Yeah, that is, I mean, if you're going to be known for something, you have to stand out because everybody's having sex and ejaculating on a face and, you know, the run-of-the-mill stuff. That's everyday shit. It's hard to stand out in porn.
You gotta make yourself known. You gotta make people want to stream it on RedTube.
Yeah, which is exclusively where our content will be carried. You know that website we've never referenced once prior to this?
Yeah, but it's because we've been trying so hard to crack the egg on a big deal with them.
Yeah, and they love to hear us constantly reference their biggest competitors.
Oh yeah, that's how you know you're building up good shit because you're like, yeah, these guys are all right, but RedTube that we've just started talking about.
Yeah. Now I feel like I got to go to RedTube because I don't even remember what it looks like.
I know, yeah. I feel like I got to check it out as soon as I get off this phone call.
Yeah, so we gotta wrap this up. We got some RedTubes to look into.
We got some prop comedy to get into, if you know what I'm saying, boys.
Yeah, so I guess I will also do prop comedy just for the sake. I think I'd like to incorporate balloon animals if possible. Feels funnest to me. I won't be a clown though. Don't get it twisted. Although I will be twisting the balloon animals.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. And then I'd probably put it inside of a woman, I guess.
Oh, one can only hope.
I mean, it is porn. We are exclusively streaming on RedTube.
Exclusive.
All right, folks. I feel like I don't know how to end this. You know what I mean? Normally when we're together,
I know it's
we
yeah,
can,
because like usually we can like look at each other and we like know when it's time and we can just sever it.
right. You hit it with a funny joke and a pause that makes people confused if the podcast has actually ended. But it's difficult to do like this.
It's hard.
So I guess we will, for maybe the first time in like 2 years, say that this episode is over, and we hope that it airs before the world ends. And stay safe and constantly submit things to us, because we got to keep this train running. The only podcast you listen to that has never missed an episode, no matter what. All right, I guess that's it.
Yeah, I guess.